think that as a natural, like, it's nice once a year to kind of straighten your hair and just play around with the new look. Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share. Yeah, we're gonna get into today's video. So I recently got my hair straightened and I just wanted to come on here and talk quickly about my experience and things to look out for, and answer any questions that I think that you may have. I know that a lot of people usually stay away from getting their hair straightened because they fear heat damage. Now, while heat damage is very real, I want to tell you that if you go to a professional who knows exactly what she's doing, there's no reason to really fear heat damage. I mean, the hairstylist Ashley, shout out to her, but she's been working with natural hair for years and she just knows what she's doing. Anytime I have gone to her to blow dry my hair or anything as such, like, I've never washed my hair and not reverted back to being curly. And so I just want to say that if you know the fear of getting heat damage is stopping you from getting your hair straightened, please just find a professional and go to, and you'll be absolutely fine. Another question I think that somebody might have is how often I have to blow dry my hair or how often I have to straighten it to maintain my hair being this straight. Not that often, actually. I've had to reapply heat into this just once, and that's because I was being extra. Like, I had a photo shoot and I wanted it to be bone straight and I had gotten it wet, so I had to, like, you know, straighten it a little more. But outside of that, I haven't really had to put heat in my hair. Every night when I'm going to bed, I just grab a bristle brush and just wrap it around my head, throw a scarf on, and I'm good. During the week, I look like a bum. And so typically my scarf is on my head every single day, so I really don't have to keep unwrapping it and wrapping it. I just unwrapped it today because I am going to a birthday party and I did want to record this YouTube video. But outside of that, my hair just would have been wrapped and tied with a satin scarf. So in my opinion, it is pretty easy to maintain your hair being straightened. You just have to make sure that you stay away from water, moisture, because it will get poofy. It will revert back to being curly. Like, my hair is even starting to get poofy now, and that's because I just got my hair wet during taking a shower. But outside of that, like, it should last you a long while. I'm able to keep this in for like almost a month, and I don't mind that at all. Like, I wouldn't have to put heat in it if I don't want to. And so if you're thinking that you're gonna have to straighten your hair every day to maintain this, no girl, just wrap it up at night when you're going to bed, throw on a satin scarf. When you wake up in the morning, shake it and everything should fall down into place. Like, you don't have to put a straightener in your hair every day to maintain this look. I'll link my hairstylist somewhere in this video, so if you're in the DMV area and you want to try her out, I definitely 10 out of 10 recommend. For her to straighten my hair, she washed it, treated it, blow dried, trimmed, and straightened it, and that was $100, I think, or a little more. And I think that that's a fairly good price. Typically, or in the past, I usually used to get my hair straightened every winter, but in the past 4 years or 3 years, I just stopped because I got lazy and didn't care to do it as much anymore. But I used to get it done in the winter, typically because it's not as humid, and so when I step outside, it wouldn't revert back into a fro. It would just maintain like the straight look. However, if I did it in the summer, it just wouldn't last even a week. And so I typically do it in the winter just because it's not as humid, it's cold outside, and so your hair will last longer. But I do know a lot of people who do get their hair straightened in the summer and they're fine, and that's because they train their hair, so their hair is used to getting straightened in the summer, and so it's less prone to like revert back to being curly. So yeah, if you want to get your hair straightened, just make sure you stay away from water, stay away from humid places. Like, if you're going somewhere that's really humid, I would not recommend getting your hair straightened because it's gonna look a mess. But if you're typically gonna be in a colder climate, then yeah, definitely get it straightened. I got braids when I went to Ghana in May, and my hair was actually pretty damaged. I'm gonna insert a clip of how bad my hair was, so y'all can see like my ends were horrible. My hair blow dried in Ghana, I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be bald. I'm not gonna have any length, like they just ruined my hair. But I'm really happy and thank God that that wasn't the case at all. Like my ends were pretty damaged, but I mean, it's fixed now. I just have to be more wise when it comes to getting my hair blow dried. Now I know that I can't just go to anyone. I think that that was the only issue I had with my length retention. Honestly, the bad experience I had in Ghana this year just did it for me. My hair could have been a couple more inches longer. I also want to do a quick length check. I know in my Instagram I posted a poll and I asked if how many people thought my hair was waist length or bra strap length, and the response was interesting. I feel like it was almost 50-50. I think it was like 64-46, I think, or 36. Yeah, so I'm gonna stand up and do like a quick length check. I'm not sure how many inches it is, but I'll just show you kind of like where my hair is currently. Here is actually bra strap length. It's right underneath my bra, and right now, like I said, my ends are frizzy, and so it's not like entirely straight. There's definitely some more length to this, but yeah, this is what we're working with, and I'm excited. Did I think my hair was gonna be waist length when I got it straightened? No, like I definitely knew that it was gonna be bra strap length. So definitely for 2022, my goal is to grow my hair waist length, and I think that is possible. Like I'm not too far off. Like right here, that's just like a couple more inches. I don't know how many inches this is. I want to say 16. I don't think that it's 18. I definitely feel that I have 16 inches of hair, but who knows. But yeah, next year, waist length hair, I am coming for you. As you can see, like my hair is a little frizzy, and so it definitely is straighter and slightly longer, but this is just like a rough gauge of how long my hair is currently. My hair is cut into layers, and so the front part is a little shorter than the back. And the reason why I did that was because when I twist out my hair in its natural state for my twist outs, I like it when it has that layered look. If it were even, I feel like it would give me like a blunt afro curly looking look, and I don't like that. I like for it to be layered, and so that's why my hair is cut into layers. I feel like when your hair is straight and you're trimming it, it's easier to gauge what needs to be cut off. But when it's curly, when it's poofy, you might cut off way more than you need to. So I definitely know that in the winter time when I do need a trim, I'm definitely going to get it straightened before trimming it, just so my cuts are more precise and my stylist doesn't cut off more than she needs to. I mean, she's a professional, she's been doing it for years, and so I don't have to worry about that too much, but it just makes me feel comfortable as a client knowing that, you know, she's cutting as minimal as she needs to. I know somebody's probably wondering, how did I grow my hair to this length? Honestly, protective styling and deep conditioning. Like I get a lot of braids and I wear a lot of wigs too. Like wigs are useful for changing up your look and also for protecting your hair, because all you do really to wear a wig is braid your hair in some cornrows, take the wig off and put it back on when you need to wear them. And I also find that when your hair's in cornrows, you're able to get to your scalp easier. So you're able to like oil your scalp and things like that. And so that's what I typically do. My hands aren't in my hair as much as you think. Like 9 times out of 10, if I do wear a twist out, I probably had my twist in for like a week straight, and I only unravel them when I have to go somewhere. And even with that, my curly twist out, I would leave that in for like a week or 2. And so I definitely advise you to keep your hands out of your hair, like less manipulation. The more you leave your hair alone, the more it will grow. Like those are the biggest things I do. It's nothing phenomenal. Like I said, deep conditioning too. I use a hair steamer, and I'm very selective in the hair products I use. And so just sticking to my routine has worked for me. I'm pretty sure there's other things that you can do to grow really long hair, but this is kind of what's worked for me, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. If you have anything you guys do that keeps your hair nice and long, let me know. Besides that, that's it. That's all I could think of. I really don't do much, to be very honest. Like, I just leave my hair alone and let it grow. Watching this video and you know you need a trim, go get that trim like now. Like, what are you waiting for? There's no reason why you should hold on to dead ends. Like, get it cut, it's here, it will grow back. If you don't get your hair trimmed, what happens is your hair actually starts ripping more. And so it's a myth to say that your hair won't grow. It will grow, but you won't retain length and your hair will be very unhealthy. That's when a lot of people start experiencing excess shedding, tangling ends and things like that, because the ends of your hair are frayed. And so if you don't trim them off, they're just gonna tangle with your other strands, and then you end up losing more hair during your wash day when you're combing it, blow drying, and all of that. However, when you do trim your hair, it's easier to comb. You're not pulling out your hair, you're not ripping out your hair, and your hair is healthy, it's thriving. But if you hold on to your untrimmed ends, I mean, your hair is just gonna damage even more. And so I definitely advise getting a trim. How many times, honestly, everyone's hair is different, right? For me, because I don't do much to my hair, I typically get a trim 2 to 3 times a year because I'm not manipulating my hair as much, and so my ends aren't getting damaged. Now, for someone who frequently has their hands in their hair and frequently gets their hair done and just does a lot with their hand, with their hair, they may require getting a trim like more often than usual. They may need to get a trim probably 4 times a year or every 2 months, only because their ends are more prone to getting damaged quickly. And so honestly, it depends on the individual. If your ends are looking bad and snaggly, you want to get it cut right away. You don't want to prolong it, because then you're gonna have to end up trimming more hair than needed to. I just wanted to come on here and share this. If you want to see any other videos, please be sure to let me know. Stay tuned to my channel for more content. I really am trying to be consistent. I don't know, I'm thinking about doing Vlogmas this year. It probably wouldn't be every day, probably like a select number of days throughout the week. We'll see. I'll keep you posted, but please let me know what videos y'all want to see from me. Thank you for watching this video. Love you guys and have a great, happy holidays. Mwah.